According to Deborah Auerbach of CareerBuilder and theworkbuzz.com, many customers looking for work commit critical errors that prevent them from progressing past job search into employment. One of the critical errors includes not preparing for the job search process. Many customers simply jump right into applying for work without organizing their space, time, and efforts. This, of course, is understandable. When a person needs to find a job to make ends meet, the first logical step is to open the newspaper or get on the internet and start applying for jobs. However, those customers who organize themselves before applying for work secure work faster. This is because their time and energy are focused. Additionally, organized customers spend more time job searching than those who are not organized. During this lesson, we will focus on helping our job seeker customers organize their job search efforts so they secure more interviews and get jobs faster. Imagine that you are the hiring manager of a hospital and have an open position for a unit clerk. Annie, our job seeker in the Career Plan Development module, decides to apply for this position to get her foot in the door at a medical facility. On Monday, you receive Annie's resume with a cover letter requesting that her application be considered for a position posted in the Employ Florida system. On Friday, however, you receive another resume from Annie. This resume has a different cover letter and asks that her resume be considered for the same job, which was also posted in the newspaper. In both EF and the newspaper, the employer name and job title were identified. As the employer, you are wondering, is Annie simply trying to stand out, or is Annie not organized? Because you have over 100 customers applying for the job, you may simply choose not to pay attention to Annie's resume. Why? Because a unit clerk in your hospital has to be able to pay attention to details, and Annie does not seem qualified for the job. Time is valuable during the job search process. The job seeker customer does not have time to waste, and Annie has now wasted an hour of her job search efforts to create a cover letter for a job that she has already applied for. In addition to wasting her time, she has painted herself in a corner with this employer. Before Annie gets started job searching for a clerical job in a hospital or other medical facility, Annie needs to get organized. This does not have to take a lot of time or money. There are a lot of ways to get organized using simple tools. We will discuss tools available on most computers, as well as some job search tools available using supplies found at an office supply store. Most employed individuals go to an office or another workspace even when they work out of their homes. Our job seekers need to think of job searching as their job. Why? Job seekers who spend more time job searching find jobs faster than those who spend less time job searching. One way to spend more time job searching is to set up a job search space. This space includes a space at home and tools to make the workspace mobile. Customers should set up space in their homes to maintain supplies needed for job searching. Supplies that are useful include pens, pencils, highlighters, sticky pads, and a notepad. The materials should be maintained in one location so customers can access them at any time. Additionally, this creates a specific workspace that will encourage customers to report to work as job seekers each day. Some supplies are required for success. For example, if employers cannot call and request an interview, how will customers ever get hired? If the Local Workforce Development Board, or LWDB, has not established a message board for job seekers, customers will need to invest their money in a phone. Customers who do not have a phone may need to secure an inexpensive home service, or they may purchase a prepaid cell phone that is only used to call or receive calls from employers. Customers who do not have money to get a phone will need to find a way to communicate with employers in a reliable and professional manner. Whether customers use their own phones or use message boards through a friend or service, it will be important that phone numbers do not change. Phone service must be reliable, otherwise employers will become frustrated and simply discard the job seekers' resumes from consideration. Another necessity is an appointment. While some customers may print or purchase a calendar, some customers may choose to use a computer-based tool such as a Google Calendar. Job seekers may opt to secure Google accounts that will include both the ability to send emails and to track appointments on electronic calendars. Customers who have a cell phone with internet access can review their Google calendars right from their phones. Calendars should include time blocks broken into hourly increments. There are other tools on the internet that help job seekers track appointments, track where they have applied, and track networking efforts. While this presentation does not endorse or advertise any specific tool, we will discuss different internet-based options for tracking job search efforts. Ultimately, we want to expose you, the workforce professional, to tools available to our job seeker customers. We also want to help you research job search tools that will help your job seeker customers. You can search job search organizers on the internet. An example of a job search organizer available on the web is Jibberjobber. This tool helps job seekers track what they do each day, as well as the employers they network with. Jibberjobber was created by a job seeker in an effort to track his own job search efforts. This tool, however, costs money to access. There are also job search organizers for phones, such as My Jobs, which is an application for the iPhone or other Apple devices. Some of your job seekers will have access to a computer and will be able to use Microsoft Excel or other software to track their job search efforts. For example, job seekers may create a spreadsheet and list each employer where an application is filed or resume submitted. The spreadsheet or database will have to be detailed enough to track information effectively. Many job seekers find that using a simple spreadsheet is too cumbersome for tracking job search efforts. Job search efforts result in a lot of information, and a lot of data that is text-based can easily overwhelm spreadsheet software. Not everyone has access to the internet at home or has time to use an internet-based job search organization system. Keeping a job search organized can be a very simple process using very simple tools. Job search activities can be organized using index cards, an index card box, and an index card organizer, all available at office supply stores for under $10. The index card box is organized by keeping information about employers in alphabetical order. On each index card, the name of the employer is written down along with key details about the job opening being applied for. Before ever applying for the job seeker goes to the index card box to see if he or she has filed an application or resume for the job. If there is no index card associated with the particular job, the job seeker then files an application or resume and records the information on the index card to track the actions taken. In this example, there is a job opening at one big hospital for a unit clerk in the pediatric intensive care unit. Annie goes to her index box and pulls all the cards associated with one big hospital. She finds a card, which means she has applied for a job with one big hospital in the past, but it was for an emergency room clerk. Seeing that she has not applied for this particular job before, she submits a resume based on the instructions found in the newspaper. She then fills out a new index card to record her actions. There is another item every job seeker should have, a document organizer. The simplest form of a document organizer is a two-pocket folder. However, customers may choose to use a 3-ring binder with formal documents kept in sheet protectors, or job seekers may choose to use an accordion file. Job seekers should keep copies of their resumes to pass out to employers in their document organizers. Document organizers should also include formal copies of the job seeker's references to provide to employers upon request or at interviews. Job seekers should also keep a copy of their example application in their document organizer. Earlier in this webinar, we stated that some customers may need to have a mobile office because they have to travel to the Career Center to look for jobs, conduct research about employers, apply for work on the internet, and more. If job seeker customers are using the index card system, they can simply take the index cards as well as their document organizers when traveling to the Career Center. Job seeker customers need to stay organized, and you can teach them the skills they need to remain in charge of their job search efforts. Just like organizing a job search space, job seeker customers must organize their time. Like going to work each day, job seekers need to develop work schedules. Their focus during these hours will be looking for work, interviewing for jobs, conducting follow-up activities, and networking with employers. Job seekers should use their appointment books or printed calendars to decide which days they will job search each week and how many hours they will job search each day. For the most part, job seekers should be aware that managers will want to receive applications or conduct interviews during the work week. However, there may be situations where employers prefer to receive documents or conduct interviews on the weekend. Job seekers may need to be flexible. On their calendars, job seeker customers should mark the days they will look for work as well as the hours they will look for work. When job seekers establish the days and times they will look for work, they are essentially setting goals. Job seekers should actually outline the activities to be completed during each hour of job search. In this example, Annie has set goals to achieve. She will apply for jobs in People First in the morning. She'll research employers in the afternoon, as well as attend a resume workshop. At the end of the day, she will be able to review her calendar and note if she is on track or reached her goals. Job seekers must organize their efforts in addition to organizing their space. What do we mean by this? Customers need to focus on applying for jobs they will actually take. First, customers have to know what they want. Why? Let's review Annie's situation again. Annie applies for a job at a doctor's office. She interviews for the job, but then decides she's not interested. After thinking about what the job requires in more detail, she realizes that the job is not a good fit. After all, her goal is to work at a hospital, not a doctor's office. The employer calls Annie and she turns down the job. The information needed to determine the job was not a good fit was available to Annie before the interview. Annie has wasted both her time and the employer's time. Because she has wasted the employer's time and efforts, the employer may not hire Annie if she applies for a different job within the same company. Our job seekers need to consider the type of jobs they are willing to take. Before applying, job seekers must be prepared to show up to work every day. Job seekers must honestly assess their skills. Job seekers must set realistic goals using realistic expectations as to the type of jobs they can secure based on their own education levels and work experiences. Job seekers must also be able to meet the employer's expectations, which can be assessed through the career research as well as job advertisements. Let's discuss this in more detail. To determine if a job is a good fit, job seeker customers need to sort through a variety of information. For example, job seekers must be sure they can get to work every day. This means that customers should know where employers are located before applying. Job seekers must be sure they can drive a vehicle or catch a bus to the employer's work site each day. Employers expect job seekers to ensure they have a ride to work every day without exception before ever applying for a job. If the employer states that the candidate will have to travel as a part of the job seeker must be able to meet those requirements. The job seeker must ensure that he or she will be able to afford the cost of traveling to and from work, as well as the costs associated with the job itself before applying for the job. Additionally, if customers are willing to relocate, they may be able to broaden their job search to include a multitude of geographic areas. In addition to knowing that they can travel to the workplace each day, job seekers should also research job details to ensure they meet minimum qualifications. Job seekers need to make sure they can perform the duties of the job as well as meet the expectations of the employer. Why is this important? Let's say a job seeker sends out 50 applications. However, he only qualifies for 10 of those jobs. This job seeker has wasted time on 40 applications. Our job seekers must know their own skills. Job seekers must then review job advertisements or postings to ensure they have the skills that employers are looking for. Job seekers must review job advertisements to determine the education levels required for each job. Job seekers must consider their own education levels and the education levels employers are looking for. If employers require any certifications or work history qualifications, job seeker customers should ensure they meet those minimum qualifications before applying for the job. Job seekers must also ensure they have the skills employers are looking for before applying for a specific job opening. During the Career Plan Development module, we discussed the assessment process and ensuring customers learn about their own skills. Here, we will discuss the different skills that employers want. First, we will discuss transferable skills. These are skills that many of our customers do not realize they possess. These are skills that easily transfer from one job to another because they are skills that can be used in different jobs. Transferable skills may include personality traits that help customers adapt to different environments, as well as management skills that help our customers manage a variety of situations and organize information. On the left side of the table, you will see several general transferable skills. On the right side of the table, you will see specific skills that can transfer from one job to another. For example, a person who is helpful as a customer sales representative may also be helpful while working in a hospital. Additionally, if the same sales representative was good at giving public speeches, The sales representative may also make a great trainer for a human resource department. Job-specific skills are just as critical as transferable skills. Job-specific skills are those skills that are required to complete specific tasks while on the job. The employer will often list the required job-specific skills in job advertisements or job postings. If the information is not found in the job advertisement, the job seeker customer should review the job duties associated with a similar position and ensure that he or she can do the job. Sometimes, the job posting will state specific education levels, certifications, skills, or work experiences are preferred but not required. Should a job seeker customer apply for such a job if he or she meets the minimum requirements and is interested in the job? Of course! The job seeker customer should use the cover letter, application, and/or resume to show off his or her talents to the employer. Additionally, the job seeker customer can identify his or her ability to work hard and learn new skills. If the job seeker is interested in additional training or certification, the job seeker can tell the employer that he or she is open to new learning opportunities. So what does all of this mean? Before job seekers apply for a job, they must ensure they are qualified for the job, ready to go to work for the employer, and ready to meet the demands of the job. Job seekers must also keep up with each application filed or resumes submitted to monitor their next steps and ensure they do not apply for the same job multiple times. The reality is that most people do not want to job search. Most people are looking for a job because they have to. Looking for a job is very hard work. Like working, our customers have to organize their space, time, and efforts in order to make the job search endeavor a successful one. Select if this statement is true or false. Most people commit the error of not preparing for a job search, but jump right into looking for a job. You are the hiring manager of a hospital. You receive a resume from Annie on Monday because she saw the job posting in the newspaper. On Friday, you receive another resume from Annie because she saw the same job posting with the job title and job number in EF. What are you most likely to think? Select the most appropriate answer.
Job seekers require which of the following to be organized?
To organize their efforts, job seekers must do which of the following? Select the most appropriate answer. This concludes Lesson 2 in the Job Search Skills module. In the next lesson, we will discuss how to help our job seekers get recognized through their written materials, such as job seeker applications and resumes.